What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton, cycling, and fitness. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I used to post every single Sunday, but December is coming up and I am going to try Vlogmas this year. No promise that it's going to go well, but I will try to post a video every single day leading up to Christmas starting December 1st. So be sure to subscribe and look out for that. I think it'll be a really fun time. But today is a very special day. It is Thanksgiving and it's around 7:45 a.m. and I will be taking Alex Toussaint's live turkey burn ride at 8 a.m. I woke up early for this class. I really wanted to take it live because it is also my 800th ride. Kind of a random milestone, but it's just so crazy to me still that I can ride so many, and I want to celebrate the 800th ride. The last couple milestones I hadn't been doing live rides just because I've kind of given up on a shout out, and I really don't think that I'm going to get a shout out today just because I think this is a very popular ride, but I've never taken a turkey burn ride before, so I'm excited. I thought it'd be a cool video. So today I'm going to be doing Alex Toussaint's 45-minute turkey burn ride, and it will also be an 800th ride celebration. And then I thought tomorrow it would be cool and take Robin's 45-minute turkey burn ride that she's going to be doing later in the day today, just to kind of compare and contrast. I've never taken a turkey burn ride, not really sure what to expect. I assume that they're just going to be talking about being grateful for things, which I'm okay with that messaging. That's good messaging. I am grateful for things. So I think that it will be a fun ride. I think they're pretty popular. I considered for this video also doing the turkey burn runs, the outdoor runs, but guys, it is going to be 30 degrees high in Pennsylvania. So never mind on that. I think it has to be at least 50 degrees for me to be able to run outdoors. I am just not that hardcore and I don't have a treadmill anymore. So we'll just be doing the 2 rides in this video, but I am excited, and you never know, maybe I will get a shout out, even though I'm sure that there's going to be 20,000 people on this ride. So I'm just going to finish my coffee. I literally rolled out of bed 10 minutes ago. I used to be able to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. in Los Angeles, but ever since I came back to the East Coast, I've just been so groggy in the mornings. So I'm hoping that it'll still turn around, but I'm going to go drink my coffee now, and then we just need to get on the bike. It's time. 8 a.m. is a little bit early, but it's nice because I'm just going to get it out of the way, and then I can just eat a lot of turkey for the rest of the day. Most importantly, no shout out, which I wasn't expecting, so it was totally fine. He shouted out somebody that had 3,000 rides, and I don't even know how that's possible because I think I ride a ton. On average, when I ride 3 rides a day, so that's a lot, and I'm only at 800. I guess they could have had the bike for 3 times as long as me, but to still have that commitment to ride that much continuously for so many years, something is suspicious there. But he also gave a couple other shout outs to lower number milestones, but yeah, there was 32,000 people on the ride, and I'm sure there were a ton of milestones, so not that disappointed. What I was disappointed in is the number of high fives. I feel like I didn't get that many, and it's not that big of a deal, but I do feel like that is how you celebrate milestones because the instructors aren't going to call you out, so usually you get a bunch of high fives. I got maybe 10 or 15, but I've definitely been on milestone rides before where I've gotten 50, and I don't know if it's because there were so many milestones so they couldn't push it out to that many people without annoying them, but I thought that that was interesting and I was a little bit surprised. The ride itself was fine. It was definitely easy, definitely accessible to everyone, so if you're worried about that, don't be worried. But I did think it was a little weird because for the first 30 minutes, I would say it was just a normal Alex Toussaint ride, pop music, a little bit of hip hop. He was kind of just leading the class, very basic Alex stuff. And then the last 15 minutes, he really delved into Thanksgiving and being grateful. And I really liked that part of the ride. And I just wish that he interweaved it more at the beginning of the ride. I felt at the beginning of the ride, it was just an everyday workout, which maybe he meant to do it that way because then at the end, like you're more focused on Thanksgiving stuff. So like you got a good workout in and then you are ready to like hear about like being grateful and all of that stuff. I know some people don't like inspirational messaging on Peloton. I'm like okay with it. Like I wouldn't want that on every single ride, but like for a turkey burn ride, I was kind of expecting it. His messaging at the end though was still really good and, you know, got me excited for Thanksgiving. Only other thought I really had about that ride is I had to go over his intervals so many times because they were too easy, but I feel like his problem is that he gives such narrow intervals. Like for resistance, he'll be like 40 to 42, when other instructors will be like 40 to 50. I feel like he could have done more big intervals and then like you kind of know where you fall into those intervals, right? Like when I take an instructor, I have an idea like, oh, I'm on the low end of their intervals, I'm in the middle, I'm on the high end, and then I can adjust accordingly. But for Alex's, I was just going like way over the majority of his intervals, but still not a bad class. I don't know if I would recommend it. I think it was a cool thing to do like live on Thanksgiving, especially if it was a milestone, but I don't think that like I will ever retake this class, or I'll never go up to someone and be like, you know what was, you know, my favorite ride, the Alex Toussaint turkey burn ride. So I'm interested to see tomorrow how Robin's compares, if it's more of the same. Robin is also very like inspirational and likes to talk about stuff like that. So I think that it might be better or it might have more inspirational content, although I consider Alex to be a pretty like inspirational content instructor as well. I will say after the ride was over, I was like, all right, time for a cool down ride. I didn't have anything in my stack. If you watch my channel at all, you know, I take this Ben Aldis 5-minute cool down ride religiously. I've taken it like over 100 times, but recently I have been trying to branch out just for like the fun of things, to mix it up. I found one Just King cool down ride that I like a lot too. So I've kind of been like alternating between the Ben Aldis and Just King cool down ride. But I was like, you know what? It's Thanksgiving. Let's branch out. So at the end of the ride, I like exit out and then a couple options pop up and they're like, oh, you should take these classes next. And one is a 5-minute cool down ride by Alex Toussaint. And it is from June 23rd, 2021. And I was like, you know what? Let's take it. I'm in an Alex mood. It's going to be great. And you know what? It was horrible. I absolutely hated that cool down ride. I've never hated a cool down ride more. He got out of the saddle 2 times during that cool down ride. I'm not trying to get out of the saddle during a cool down ride. This is literally 5 minutes to just try to lower my heart rate so I don't feel bad when I get off the bike. And you know, this is just not what I want. So obviously I didn't get out of the saddle, but I will never be taking that class again. And I would not recommend it to anybody. If you want to get out of the saddle for some reason during a cool down ride, I guess take this class, because I've never taken a cool down ride class before where you've gotten out of the saddle. But yeah, absolutely hated it. Will never take it again. And now I think I just need to go and take the Ben Aldis class like 10 more times before I can try any more cool down rides. I know the whole point is to offer like different kinds of cool down rides, but this was just not what I wanted. Overall, not good, but was kind of interesting to like mix it up, but will not be taking it again. And then right at the end, I put in the montage a little video of my dad riding Zwift. He is a big outdoor bike rider. We rode the Donut Derby together, and like he goes on bike rides that are like 35 miles, but it is just way too cold in Pennsylvania to bike outdoors during the winter, because you think it's like 30 degrees and then like you're biking, so then it's even colder. So he bikes indoor virtually with all of his friends, and like he hooks up his outdoor bike to a trader. And I just think it's funny because like everybody's a biker in my family. Basically, me and my mom ride the Peloton. He rides his outdoor bike and does Zwift, but basically we like refuse to do each other's. Like I've never tried Zwift, he's never tried the Peloton, but you know, we're just happy with our own things. So those are about all of my thoughts for today. I would give the Alex Toussaint ride like a 6 out of 10. I'd give the cool down ride a negative 13 out of 10. And I'm excited to see what Robin brings tomorrow. I'm going to eat a lot of turkey today, so I burned some turkey before I even ate it, and then I'm gonna do another turkey burn ride tomorrow and burn the rest of it. It is now the next day. It's Friday. Yesterday was full of turkey and sides. I feel like I like the sides of Thanksgiving even more than the turkey, but I ate a lot, was in a huge food coma, but I'm ready this morning to get back into the workout routine. So I am going to be trying out the 45-minute turkey burn ride by Robin Arzon from yesterday, which was November 25th, 2021. It just looks like her like normal pop kind of rock music. I am a little bit worried because I looked at Alex Toussaint's class and the difficulty rating was 7.9 and the difficulty rating for this class is only 7.8, and I thought that yesterday's class was pretty easy. So it'll be interesting to see like if I think that this class is even easier. They're pretty close in difficulty, so I assume that it'll pretty much be the same. But I was hoping that she'd kind of bring it. But I guess that they want to make these classes like very easy so that everybody can participate. Also, I feel like Robin gives larger ranges in general, so hopefully I can still kind of follow along. I'm not the biggest fan when I have to make like huge adjustments just because I like to stay in ranges. You don't have to think about it as much. So we'll see, but I'm excited. I haven't taken a class with Robin in a very long time. I'm going to get a little bit of a glute and leg strength workout before this, and then I will hop on the bike and do this ride. So let's just get right on into it. Okay, so my final decision is I liked Robin's ride more than Alex's ride. I think that it's kind of interesting that they just released two 45-minute turkey burn rides. Like, I feel like they should have done different lengths just because then you couldn't like directly compare them, right? And people that would want a shorter ride than 45 minutes, I'm sure there's people that would want that, could just do that ride, and then people that wanted like a longer ride could do a longer ride or like do one that's like more technical. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting because they were kind of like very, very similar vibes. But I feel like Robin just is so good at like drawing you in. She is just so charismatic, in my opinion, just way more than all the other instructors. So she really pulled you in, talked about Thanksgiving. She also talked about like going on the first run after she had her baby and having postpartum and like crying in the streets. And I know some riders are like, I'm not here to hear all these personal stories, but I feel like on a turkey burn ride, I am here to hear the personal stories. And that was such like a raw and emotional moment, in my opinion. And I was like, wow, like that's incredible that she is sharing that with us. And I feel like it's just not talked about. So I really appreciated that. And then I also thought that it was a little bit harder just because her ranges were larger. I did still have to modify sometimes and make my resistance go past her ranges, but for Alex's ride, I pretty much had to modify the entire time, and for Robin's ride, I probably modified for like 25 to 30% of the ride. So I liked Robin's ride just because I don't really like modifying that much. So overall, if you were going to take either of them, I would recommend taking Robin's ride, unless if you like really like Alex for some reason. But at the end of the day, I still don't know if I'd recommend either of them. I think that it's a cool idea to like take it Thanksgiving Day, like before you go and pig out and eat a bunch of food. But I don't think that it would make any kind of list of mine that was like, oh, rides that I would want to take again. I thought that they were just both fine. And there's a lot of like themed rides on Peloton that are cool that I would take above taking a turkey burn ride. But I think for the occasion, it fits. That is what I was expecting from those rides. I just wish that they were a little bit harder. Like, you know, I want to like really grind it out before eating my turkey. Let me know if you guys took one or both rides. How did you decide like which one to take? I feel like also Alex and Robin kind of like draw the same crowd, but I don't know if that's just in my head. Like, if you like Robin, do you also like Alex? I feel like they are kind of similar in like their teaching and instructor style. So it's interesting that they both did it. I also feel like it's probably competitive to do these turkey burn rides, right? Because they're really, really popular. I don't know. It'd be very interesting to know like the inner workings of how instructors get scheduled, how these rides get made. And just, I would love to just know all of that information, but alas, I probably will never know. So those are my opinions for those two turkey burn rides. get excited for Vlogmas to start this week. I have a lot of things to update you guys on, and I feel like they're like weird things to say just randomly in videos, so I'm just gonna like put them in the Vlogmas vlogs. But get ready, December 1st will be the first video. I'm super excited. I hope that I can do it. It's like a little bit intimidating, but I think that it will be a lot of fun, especially around the holidays and being home and being with my family. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!